What's up, SJ? Again, I'm making these recordings based upon the events that are getting ready to take place in my life. I'm getting ready to pass through some pretty tough times. If the times that I don't already had, I've already had, haven't been tough enough. This is going to be the toughest part. Since February 2020, beginning of last year, I've struggled with, there's no other way of saying it but being lovesick. Um, the woman that I fell in love with left me for somebody else. And it's about destroyed me. And I've always said that it's not that hard to fall when you're at the bottom already. You know, she was the glue that was holding me together. She was the love of my life. Not that I don't love mother of my children. This woman, Angela, showed me some things about myself that I never knew I was capable of. She's the one that inspired every bit of what I'm getting ready to do. She's the reason that I'm still standing here. She is absolutely the most fragile, independent angel I've ever met. Whoever she's with should be honored because she is one of a kind. And that's what this shirt represents. Shirt represents her. She's definitely a rare person. I don't know, but for some reason I have been unable to get over her. I haven't dated anybody in over a year. I tried and I could. I know there's some things going on with my dad right now. This is to my family. If they have any questions. Me and my dad, we've had our peace. I love him. He loves me. He's a man of few words. When you get him talking about something that touches him, he doesn't know how to express himself. And it comes out different ways. Um, for me, this is where maybe we need to leave it. I'm going to be there in the coming weeks, but not right now at this time. The reason being is I've always said this and I'll say it again. Just because I was the boss man's son don't mean shit. All it meant was that I worked harder, I did more, and I was expected of more. And most people don't quite understand that until you've walked a mile in my shoes. I know a few people that I can mention that have. I just recently quit a job for no reason. Absolutely no reason other than this voice kept telling me, this is not you, Justin. This is not you. I got some valuable experience through Nick May. He's probably the most knowledgeable man on pressure washing systems I've ever seen in my life. And he gave me some very good ideas for what's getting ready to come up in the future. Absolutely one of the best places I've ever set foot in to work. But it just wasn't what I needed at this point in time. It's probably what was suggested and what everybody else thought I should have. But it's not for me. One thing I've learned over these past couple of years is I'm not going to compromise my personality, my values, and who I am based upon what somebody thinks is best for me. Because what people have thought best for me has ended me in prison, has ended me in institutions, has ended me losing everything I've had multiple times because I fear coming home. And honestly, right now, I don't have a home. I haven't had one for quite some time. It was taken. I'm not going to say my ex-wife took it, but the state give her the ways and the means to remove me from my house and then send me to prison for said going into my house. Now, was I doing right? No, I wasn't doing right. But still, it doesn't matter. It was my house. I paid for that house. My cousin Scott loaned me the money to close on that house. If nobody else deserved more, he deserved more, right? But see, I listened to some people that thought that knew what was best for me. And let me get the story straight right now. Prison is not the best for anybody. I don't care who you are. There is nothing good going to come out of a prison system other than another crime. And that's what I really wanted to do. See, because every time I try to help somebody, I end up falling on my face, right? And most people do. So that's why they're so gun shy. They don't want to help nobody coming out of prison because most of the time it fails, right? But see, we've got to allow these people this learning curve. I had to learn. It took me so many times of bumping my head to learn that breaking the law is not the answer. The answer is dig deep, down deep in what's in your soul and pull it out and battle through it. I know for a fact that from the day I was born, I was destined for greatness. Now, what that level of greatness is yet to be determined. But there's one thing for sure. I know this from the bottom of my heart. You will never, ever get over on me. And you will never, ever beat me. Because I've always beat myself trying to be one up on the next man. I don't want to be anything like you. I don't want nothing you got. Matter of fact, I want what you don't have. Because simple fact is if you want it, I don't want it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come out on the market with some things that will be my design, my invention, and I will be credited for it. There's been too many times where I have thought things through and put things down on paper, and they end up in the hands of somebody else. Now, I don't know who's to blame for this. I don't know if there's anybody to blame. All I know is my ideas are my ideas. They don't belong to nobody else until I tell them they belong to them. And I am very generous. So whoever gets involved with what I'm doing is going to have an equal stake in my venture. All I want is to bring families together, right? I want the man that gets out of prison tomorrow to be able to put food on the table for his family instead of being on the corner selling drugs, shooting people, whatever. It doesn't matter. There's too much out here in the world for this to be happening. So my idea to run a custom garage with nobody but parolees, kind of like pit bulls and parolees, except this is the situation. This is what I want to do. I want to bring this to the community and allow these kids that are having problems to come in and learn a trade, fix a car that's donated, and then present it to their mother or whoever in their family is struggling the most, and allow them to bring themselves out of a hole too. That's my idea, right? That's what I think about. Because I've spent time in the streets, right? If you know how I growed up, you would have never thought I would spend time in the streets. But when I walk in any hood, anywhere, I have a presence with me. And people respect me because of who I am in the inside, not because of my appearance, right? White, black, yellow, green, whatever. I'm still Justin or J Mac or Dr. J, whichever one you want to call me. But the honest truth is, you'll see me on the flip side. Because listen, I've met some good people in this world that struggle just like I have, and I'm getting ready to put them on the pedestal.